I should have came on here a little earlier, but my best friend popped up and we started labbing and shit. I got a bunch of plays in the court for tomorrow for NFL. We'll see what happens, but we still gonna keep it relatively light. But without further ado, this is so dope when they tell me Dream is live. I just went on Twitter to look at the plays to give y'all. I don't know if y'all can see that. I say Dream is live. That's dope. I mean, what's gonna happen if I join? It won't let me join. Haters. Um, but yeah, man, big vibes. Big vibes. Hold on. Give me a minute. Let me actually put this in the court. Um let me see. Momento. But yeah, man, I gave y'all Navy -3. I got a couple unders to give y'all. Actually, no, I'm gonna give y'all one under, and then we'll speak about some. Yeah, but like the video, share the video, comment on that. How about last night, man? Last night was interesting, man. Virginia Tech got they shit took from them, man. That's crazy, man. That shit is crazy, man. Virginia Tech. Before the shit even start, man, it wasn't a catch, but god damn, man. How that's indisputable evidence that it wasn't a catch. And I actually, man, I don't know. Also, I definitely consumed too much content because I went back and listened to Colin Wilson. He was not making a case for fucking Virginia Tech. I don't know where I got that Virginia Tech from. Probably because Cam Ward, but either way it goes, shout out to Cam Ward. He made some plays that if he didn't make that play in that moment, or if it didn't go right, he would have lost that game. It was a play where he just got hit and threw that shit up like 20 yards in the air. Could have been an incomplete pass, should have been an interception. Instead, his man caught it. He had two plays on like the final scoring drive that was outrageous. Then Virginia Tech had terrible coaching. But I do like the fake field goal. I like that fake field goal. Now, it's going to bite you in the ass when you need a field goal to win the game and you got a great kicker. But from that angle, I've seen college kickers miss that shit all the time. So it was a nasty angle. You only needed a couple yards. I wasn't expecting it. So generally, that's a good call. All right. Let's get to it, man. Let's get to it. It's gonna be a short and sweet show. Let's see. 0.75 units. Neither team to score 30 in the Air Force Wyoming game, and the team total UCF to go over 35.5. We already know this Colorado defense is ass. We already know we bet on Gus Malzahn and his offense a few times this season already. This line is moving against what I think is gonna happen. Well, I shouldn't say that. I thought the line at 14.5 was right. I don't have a feeling on either one. I think it's going to be a lot of scoring. I don't know who's going to cover, but I thought that line was about right because it protects you against the back door and all that shit. But now that line is dipping to 13.5. That's making me think that a lot of money, something's coming in on Colorado, obviously. So I'm very surprised, but either way it goes, I think UCF will be able to score at will, whether or not they cover the spread or not. They'll be able to score, and I think Colorado will be able to score too. They can score against anybody. I believe it. I think they could put up 24 points against Alabama. Now they might give up 60 against Georgia. They might give up 60, but shit, they can put up 20 against anybody. You out, my boy? All right, G, catch you tomorrow, man. Be good. That's my best friend and shit. I got to look in the Miami Dolphin game. A few looks in the Miami game. I told you he's a Miami fan, Dolphins and fucking Heat and all that shit. But we was labbing with that game. Some lines just popped in that game, and that could be worth a look, to be honest with you. Especially Tyler Huntley rushing yards. Yeah, that definitely could be worth a look. And them boys is favorite tomorrow, so that's telling you all you need to know. But UCF, the score over 34.5 points. I put that with neither team to score 30 points in the Air Force Wyoming game, -141. Played that for 0.75 units, 3/4 of a unit. Also, I took the under 51.5 on BetMGM in the Indiana Maryland game. All right, under 51.5. in the Maryland Indiana game. Now, I'll share my screen with you guys. Now I rarely do all this, but since I'm a part of a Discord now, I gotta go extra with the shit. Let me see. Shout out to infographics. These should be dope. Let's see. What am I looking at? That's how y'all know I'm not a weirdo. I'll put my damn search hit all this shit up to the whole world to see. I gotta be more careful though, because y'all might see some shit on here that I didn't even search, but like it might just be used to doing that, popping up for whatever reason. But yeah. All right. So as y'all can see here, this game is at noon. I'm pretty sure this game is at noon. I don't like this view of it. Hold on. See if we could. First off, can y'all see what I'm looking at? Yeah, y'all can. All right. Yeah, so it's basically supposed to rain all day. Now, it was a little worse than this, and if you see like 67, 61, other times it might be higher than that. But it's supposed to rain. Got a little wind here, not a lot, but you got a little wind. That could affect the total. And it's it's hurricane shit, even though I guess it got downgraded from a hurricane. But yeah, the fact that I'm getting that and a 1 point difference between BetMGM and the other lines, I bit paused and took the under in that game, just hoping for some weather. And generally, it could just be a defensive oriented game overall. But I played that for half a unit. Maryland and Indiana under 51.5, mostly a weather play for half a unit. All right. So the 3 plays you got is Navy -3 for 3/4 of a unit. This 2-teamer I just gave you. Neither team to score 30 in the game. I'm sorry, in UCF to go over 34.5. Neither team to score 30 in the Air Force game, Air Force Wyoming. And I'll put that with UCF team total over 34.5 on DraftKings, -141. Did that for 3/4 of the unit. Under 51.5, Maryland and Indiana, half a unit. All right. As far as some blunt money bets. Oof. Let me see. Michigan, this is on BetMGM. It's a boost. Most of the shit is a boost. I already gave you guys a blood money bet yesterday as well. I'll run that back. But Michigan and both teams not to score 20 on BetMGM. This is under like score and total type shit. Michigan and both teams not to score. Both teams not to score 20. So Michigan can score 20. But basically, this is Michigan to win and Minnesota not to score 20 points. That's what this is. Okay. I did that with Indiana in the under 57.5. Just spoke on that game. And I did that. And also I added UCF and both teams to score 20 in that game. I think that's a good price in general for -120. I think that's a real good price, but I digress. UCF and each team to score 20. Indiana in the game to go under 57.5, and Michigan and both teams not to score 20. All of these are under score and total on BetMGM without the boost 425, with the boost 565. You could probably build this out some sort of a way. If you don't have BetMGM access to these, you can probably build this out in another way. All right. I use my Alabama boost, and I might end up doing this the other way as well, but I use my Alabama boost on the under 43.5. That's a plus 200. Boost it's a plus 300. Just put a quarter unit on it. I think 50.5 is a pretty high total for Alabama Georgia game. I feel like when I saw that total, the first thing I thought was the bookmakers don't know what they're doing, which I'm, famous last words. I'm probably wrong, but I think this game is going to end up being like super low. So it's going to end up being like a 24-17 game. Man, what the fuck is that? 41 points. 41. Yeah. So it's either gonna be like a 24-17 game, which ain't super low to me. It's like an NFL game, and that's what I always say SEC games are, especially big time SEC games. But yeah, it's either gonna be like 24-17, or I think it's gonna be a high flying game where it's like 33-27 or some shit, 34-27, something like that. I don't like obviously they know what they're doing, but they got this projected as what 27-24, which I could see. I could see 27-24 as well. But yeah, I say that to say this. I took the under 43.5. It's a plus 200 on FanDuel. That's how I use my 50% boost for a quarter unit. I'm gonna wait on DraftKings because I'm not sure if we can bet, because DraftKings, I did give out Cam Ward 4 touchdowns yesterday. He ended up cashing that. And the only reason why I was able to play that prop live, or in general, is because in New York State, DraftKings be kind of letting you, they find a way to let you play the player props because they do with team passing yards, team rushing yards, team rushing touchdown, team passing touchdowns. When you already know it's like generally going to be the same quarterback type shit. So, yeah, I say that to say this: if I could get some player props live, then I'll be looking to use my boost there. But if not, then I'll probably bet the over to kind of go super over by a touchdown and boost it that way. All right. So that's that. Let me see. Brown Robin 3 4s and 5s. Good old fashioned last year. They stopped letting us party these last year. I ain't forget. And they they probably gonna get on that shit soon, but they back to letting us party these. But yeah. This is under team specials. And this is all of these will be 4 touchdowns to be scored in each half of the game. So some shootouts type shit. All right. 4 touchdowns to be scored in each half of the game. Navy UAB, 4 touchdowns to be scored in each half of that game. This is generally the first option under game specials for what it's worth. All right. 4 touchdowns to be scored each half of the Navy UAB game, in the South Florida Tulane game, in the Colorado UCF game, North Carolina Duke, Illinois and Penn State. Illinois and Penn State, just because, and that's a plus 500. Wow, I could have kept that off. But I just feel like Illinois, seeing their offense against Nebraska, I feel like they could move the ball. Penn State ain't showing me that much on defense. I think Penn State is going to be able to score at will. I think the total could be a little too low in this game. So I think at plus 500, it's worth putting on the round robin. North Carolina and Duke, pretty sure we all saw what James Madison did to North Carolina. They put up 70 on them. I do think North Carolina bounce back and have some pride and win in a rivalry game, but I don't think their defense is going to just bow up and start shutting people down. I don't care how bad Duke defense is. So Duke can score a couple touchdowns each half. So can North Carolina. Colorado and UCF, that kind of goes without saying. I think that's going to be a high-scoring game. Same with South Florida and Tulane. Both of these teams, especially South Florida, got athletes, and Tulane's already shown that they got a really good offense, nice quarterback. And Navy and UAB, sneaky high total game. I already gave y'all Navy -3. I think Navy wins that game, but it could be back and forth shit, fighting Trent Dilfer. So that's a plus 52,000, well, plus 53,000 when it hit. But I round robin that thing by 3 4s and 5s. And that's also on my timeline. Speaking of my timeline, follow me on Twitter, Mr. Dreamy1, the number 1. That's better for y'all than Justin. Shit. That's better for y'all. Some of those games could be affected by weather as well. And I put those on the court last night. So generally I like stuff to move for me, but let's see what it is now. But yeah, man, follow me up. God damn, that shit went up crazily. What the fuck? Yeah, these are weather games. Nah, it really didn't know. But it just shows you. It just shows you what it takes. Because it really didn't on some G shit. Navy and UAB still 250. South Florida and Tulane went up 60 from a 140 to 200. Which is substantial, but it's not like, no, it only went up from a 170 to a 200. So that personally didn't go up a lot. UCF and Colorado went up 10, I think, from a 145 from a 140 to a 155. So that went up 15. So right now we only looking at 35. Illinois and Penn State went to 600, which I just told y'all, which was the longest shot out of them all. And let me see, North Carolina and Duke. It was a 310, and I think that was a 290. Yeah. So honestly, only thing that moved that was, now again, when you got a plus 56,000 lay, you can add a minus 1,000 to it, and that's going to take it to a plus 60,000. You dig? So yeah, if you just move up just a little bit, like from 140 to 155, and 170 to 290, I mean the 200 type shit, then yeah, that's gonna make it look crazier than what it is. But not at the end of the day, and it's still going up. Now it's at 82,000. And what's driving that to go up is this Illinois and Penn State. Now that's up to a 650. That's what's driving this to go up. It's just that game. So yeah, we'll see what happens. Just a lotto. I don't feel too bad. Normally, I don't like getting my shit going crazy like that, so I had to look. But yeah, thanks for telling me that. Very interesting, Justin. But yeah, man. Heart, retweet, follow me on Twitter. Like the video, share the video, comment on the video. Let me know what you are on. Sub to my YouTube channel, Blunt Money Bets, and more importantly, sub to the Cap Collective Discord. Link is in the video, description of the video, in the bio of my Twitter page. All right, let me see. That's 2 Blunt Money Bets I gave y'all. I told you, well, actually 3. I'll give you guys one more. I told you guys I don't really have much. Shout out to this future we have, plus 3,300, plus 3,000 basically. Utah did their job. They looking like they're gonna make the playoffs as long as they win out, or maybe just lose a game, or just win the Big 12. They should make it. Clemson looking amazing after that first loss, smacking niggas. They should make it. Miami looking suspect. Ohio State, they're gonna make it. Georgia, they're gonna make it. Alabama, Roll Tide, looking decent. Minus 120 is where we got them at. They looking all right. But the last one, that's the toughest one, is Notre Dame. Fighting Irish. I put my faith in you. But that's the thing. They went out, they should make it. And I feel like they're going to make it even if they lose the USC convincingly. I could be wrong, but I feel like they're going to make it regardless, man. It's the Irish. All right. Get your pens/pencils out, pause, for this long. Okay, no, that would have been crazy. But this is a long lay. I feel like I got another joint. Oh, I do got another joint. Okay. And all these are late, so it's no need to even worry. Damn, why are these games so late? Okay. Well, yeah. This is like 7 p.m. games, all right? 50% profit boost. No offensive scores for all of these joints on the first drive. And what I found out about the no offensive scores that I like, field goals don't count. I thought the field goals counted. Field goals don't count. That's how we won a bet last week that I didn't think we won. So yeah, basically this is for them not to score a touchdown, pretty much, I guess. I don't fucking know, but yeah. No offensive score. All right. Or they could turn it over. Shit, long as they don't score offensively. All right. Houston, Illinois, Michigan State, Middle Tennessee, Air Force, Arizona, and UCLA. I just had to put UCLA in there. Fucking Oregon. But yeah. So Iowa State is going against Houston. Iowa State, pretty good defense. Even though Houston's at home, I don't think they scored a touchdown on their first drive. Obviously, Illinois isn't going to score. Obviously, that shit went from a 500 to a 650. I mean, Jesus. Illinois might not get past half court or half the middle of the field. Let FanDuel tell it the way that line's moving. We'd be lucky if Illinois gets a first down. My goodness gracious. So, yeah, they definitely not scoring the first time they touch it. Michigan State, they're awful. Ohio State defense. You got a bunch of NFL players on there. Act like it. Middle Tennessee State and Memphis. Not gonna hold you. I don't know why the fuck I chose it. Oh, weather. Same. The weather's gonna be bad here. I looked it up. Weather's gonna be bad in this game as well. Air Force and Wyoming. That game total is a 33.5. I would assume nobody's gonna score a touchdown on the first drive. Could be wrong. I'm assuming they're gonna ease into it. Could be wrong. Pause. Arizona and Utah. Utah, great defense. Utah, soon to be kings of the channel. Utah, a team that all the smart people, every podcast I listened to did not pick them because their quarterback was going to be out. I saw enough with Oklahoma State. I already know Utah had the better coach, so they was going to win. Shout out to Utah, and they covered a nice under for us. Big Utah vibes. So, yeah, I think they're going to stop Arizona, who's also ass from scoring the first time they get the ball. And then UCLA might score. Even though they like a minus 400 too, they might score just because Oregon is a fucking disappointment. But we'll see. Hopefully Oregon actually has some pride and stops one of the worst teams in their conference or their old conference from scoring a touchdown the first time they touch it. That's that, ladies and gentlemen. And that's my boost. I use the boost on that, a 50% boost to take that from from a 350 to a 526 on that thing. Feel good about that. All right. Feel real good about that. As far as a little NFL tomorrow, I'm still capping WNBA. Got some leans. Got an idea where I'm going to go, but I haven't gone there yet. Gave you guys the 2 WNBA plays I did so far. Queen Jonquel, the type of series. As far as the NFL tomorrow, prepare yourself for irrational bets. Now it's the end of the month, and right now I'm only up like a half a fucking unit on the month. I'm sorry, gang. It's unfortunate, but I've had some of the nastiest hooks and some of the nastiest luck. Like I said, I should have 5 more units on Monday. I'll be getting hooked hellaciously. And we fighting. We fighting hard, man. We fighting real hard. Fighting hard. But with that being said, I ain't no hoe. So I could just be very conservative to end the month so I can rest on my laurels and be like, you know what, we just gonna eat in WNBA and we just gonna risk a couple. Fuck that. I'd rather win 10 units to just, I'll take the risk of being in a month up 10 units with a crazy weekend as opposed to being like, well, it's my second losing month in the court. I lost 3 or 4 units. That's fine. You know what I'm saying? You niggas not here to win 2 or 3 units. That's why you guys like to blunt money best to begin with. So with that being said, prepare yourself for irrational bets in NFL. But we'll start with my favorite touchdown shit. Chuba. Yes. He who will get 3 receptions tomorrow. Chuba Hubbard. Yo, revenge game season. You smart niggas in my comments right now. It's a couple niggas. Myron, if Woj in the building, if Flo here. I need you smart niggas to holler at me, man, in my comments about this NFL shit, man. We got revenge game all over. Revenge games all over the NFL tomorrow. All over. We got Dalton against Cincinnati. We got the fucking coach, Peyton going against the Jets, where he was talking down on that coach, even though that was a revenge game last year. Aaron Rodgers wasn't playing. Aaron Rodgers was going to try and ride for his man, Hatchett, Nathaniel Hackett, whatever the fuck his name is. And we got one that I haven't seen nobody talking about. But contrary to popular belief, I really don't be on Twitter that much. I just get on Twitter, talk shit, make a play, and get off of there. But ain't Cliff Kingsbury the Jaden McDaniels whisperer? Or maybe Jaden Daniels is the Cliff Kingsbury whisperer because he was ass in the league. Either way it goes, he's going back to Arizona. Ain't he going back for the first time? Because the Bieniemy was the coordinator last year for Washington. He in UCLA now. He has Sam Hauser or Sam Howell. I'm ready for NBA Raw. I'm ready bad. I guess we'll talk about that trade too real quick. But yeah, long story short, this is his first time being a coordinator with this team. Them niggas ain't punting years. Now, I do think that Arizona's going to win that game, but I think we got a revenge angle. I think Jaden McDaniel, why I keep calling him McDaniel? I think Jaden Daniels got a possibility to go off tomorrow. I think that old boy going to put him in a real good situation to have some success tomorrow. So that's a revenge game, and it's another one too. But with that being said, Chuba, I think that he'll have a chance to score against the Cincinnati defense that's ass. And I think that Dalton gonna be a little juiced up tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? We're going against his old team. And like I was telling my man, like shit, last time this nigga was starting, you could kill quarterbacks. Like you could just take their heads off. Now, if you look at a nigga, like literally, if you just push a quarterback after he throw the ball with two hands the right way, that's a 15-yard penalty. Shit, why you think Flacco was going crazy last year, even though Flacco got way better tools physically? But still, like, why you think Aaron Rodgers can still go crazy, even though he still got better physical tools? The point is, Tom Brady was playing until he was 45 for a reason. You can't touch these niggas. I think Andy Dalton gonna have a chance to do some damage tomorrow. I think Chuba Hubbard gonna have a chance to get some goal line work tomorrow. All right. So Chuba, anytime touchdown score. Breece Hall, did he score last week? Don't remember. Good enough for me. Think he scores this week against his defense. All right. Kyron Williams. Who else gonna score for fucking? Cooper Kupp's out, Puka's out. I don't know who else gonna score for these niggas. So Kyron Williams, Rams, Breece Hall, Jets, Chuba Hubbard, Panthers. That's how I use my boost on FanDuel. Plus 662 with that boost. Y'all want that 2 touchdown lay that we should have hit last week, huh? Yeah. All right, got y'all. Najee, 2 touchdowns. Saquon, 2 touchdowns. Connor, 2 touchdowns. Going back to the well with James Conner. Believe in him. Think this Washington defense is ass. It is, pretty sure. Saquon, probably going to be some weather. Both receivers may be out for Philly. I know my guy Devontae Smith. My fantasy team, bruh. The whole team is hurt, my nigga. Josh Allen going to get us a win this week, though. We 0-3 right now. I'm a dog. We just going to keep fighting. We're going to keep fighting. Then all of a sudden, McCaffrey going to pop out in week 10. And we're going to be like 4-6. Then we're going to run off on niggas. Then we're going to run off like 4 or 5 straight wins on niggas, man. Josh Allen going to send us to the promised land. I could be 3-0. First 2 weeks, niggas' defenses had touchdowns. It's tough to beat that. And then last week, I lost by like 3 points, literally. So, yeah. But, and again, no Christian McCaffrey, Devontae Smith, he got hurt early. You know, my team is, we struggling right now. We're struggling bad. But yeah, Najee, Saquon, James Conner, 2 touchdowns. Conner should get 2 against his terrible defense. Saquon, no receivers. Who the fuck else gonna score? Maybe him or Jalen Hurts. We get to him next. But spoiler alert, I play him for 2 touchdowns. Najee Harris, 2 touchdowns. Why? Because he should score 1 against his Colts defense. Also, a terrible defense. He should run all over their ass. 2 touchdowns each. Round robin, 2s and 3s. When that shit hit, 27,000. We just hit that last week. And the good thing about that is, oh, never mind. I thought all these games was at 4, but they weren't. Speaking of which, 2 touchdowns, big vibes. Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson, each to have 2 touchdowns. And I played them together for plus 10,000. Remind you of a ticket we hit last year that I gave out on this very stream? It should. Josh Allen, 2 touchdowns, plus 950. I'm actually about to play Josh Allen rushing attempts. So here y'all go. I ain't playing it yet because I'm trying to save. Like, I don't like putting money in my account. I only like taking money out of it at the end of the day. That's why I do live plays, by the way. I don't like adding money to my account. I just take all of it for the most part out of it after I bet. So, I got money in my shits for live plays and I'm going to leave it there. But expect the Josh Allen over his 6.5 rushing attempts. You shitting me? This is a big game. When it's a serious game, like Josh Allen ain't have to do shit, really, last 2 games. Like, he's just taking it easy. Okay, James Cook. Against Baltimore, this nigga's running like 10 times. Believe that. His 25 rush yards for minus 170, a joke. He's going to have like a 17-yard run. These niggas must not know the Josh Allen I know. So, yeah, Josh Allen, 2 touchdowns plus 950, joke. Lamar Jackson, 2 touchdowns plus 1,300. Shit. All right. And like I said, I played Jalen Hurts to score 2 touchdowns too. One of these niggas is scoring 2 touchdowns. That's just how I feel about it. Also, and this is the last one I'll give y'all. My Sunday night boost. Lamar 50 yards, Josh Allen 25 yards, and each of them niggas to score 1 touchdown, plus 1,350 with the boost. All in on my Russian quarterbacks this week. So if any of these niggas get 2 touchdowns, I'm gonna feel good. Now, unfortunately, it's so many young athletic quarterbacks, Jaden could get 2. Fucking Ant Richardson could get 2. Kyler could get 2. I can't play all these niggas to get 2. But Josh Allen, him and Jalen, I mean, niggas is fullbacks playing quarterback, of course. All right. So that's that. Ladies and gentlemen, those are your blood money bets. And there was a lot of them shits too, especially NFL. And I'm gonna spray the cord tomorrow. But I gotta get to work. And this is the thing, because like NFL so ass, because I feel confident in every other sport, like, oh yeah, my straights can cover my lays. NFL, the only sport I don't feel that way. That's why I'm happy we got off to such a big start. I was looking at this month so far, the NFL. I was scrolling since the beginning of the season. Started off this season going crazy at a plus 1,400, all that shit, man. Should have been going real wild. Well, Game said he had to come in here and say this. What you said yesterday was facts. Had me thinking about how you complain about racial harassment, but you reposted a downgrade. And she's a black. Angel. She lost a fan there for sure. Money making Saturday ain't pull up. Dayton money line, Michigan, Dayton, Michigan money line, Nebraska money line. Okay, I don't know who the fuck Dayton is though. Bum ass Washington, yeah, they was ass. Yeah, Miami money line. I thought it was a catch. Of course, you thought it was. Oh, okay, right. See that catch on 4th down was different. Yo, yeah, that's the catch. Okay, that's what I'm saying. He has so many plays that, like, if it didn't happen, the way, like, bruh. And that was on 4th down. The nigga fell. He fell on his side, and then he just caught the ball. That's so hard to do, bro. That is so hard to do. He got bailed out. Of cut. And I ain't gonna say, man, great play. You got to make a play. That's why, Michael Irvin is the GOAT. And that's why his nickname is one of the best nicknames ever, the playmaker. Because that's what they call it. At the end of the day, you got to make a play. That's all that shit matter, bro. Luck, whatever you want to call it, nigga, make a play. And that's what he did, man. But yeah, it was crazy. I'd go Georgia tonight, but I'm not the guy that's really good. Speaking of which, I gave this out yesterday. As I was gonna say, I'm not the best at picking like close games in college football, but I did Baylor, Navy, Auburn, UNLV for my 50% profit boost. Baylor, Navy, Auburn, UNLV. 2 of those games about to start right now. But yeah, I think Georgia, and I'm more of a narrative angle guy because I feel like at the end of the day, now I think Kirby Smart is a better coach. I think he's more familiar with obviously the SEC, the athletes, maybe the players, all that good stuff. Pretty sure he recruited most of these players, whereas Caleb probably didn't because he came from Washington. So mark that advantage there. Probably a slightly better coach. I don't want to, Caleb's supposed to be goated, so. Alabama, Georgia, probably the same athletes. So to me, it comes down to who really, really, really needs this more. And I think Alabama will be okay with a 3-7, maybe even a 10-point loss, where Georgia, it's like, damn, you never beat Alabama. You barely be beating Alabama as it is. If you can't beat them the first time they got their new coach in his first SEC game, it's just, I don't know. So with that being said, I would take Georgia. If I had to, but I don't. Washington kicker needs to get cut. Yeah, he cost him that game back. Cam Ward, top 5 pick. Probably off talent, but I'm pretty sure them NFL scouts is like, ooh, because trust me, he not getting away with not one of them 6 or 7 fluky plays yesterday. Not one in the NFL. Word to my mom. Most he gonna give maybe 1 out of 7, but I don't think not one. That whole about to fall and doing this. First of all, the nigga would have got hit. You know what I'm saying? Niggas would have been that backfield on his ass. He would have got hit. But that might have been picked and took the other way. But he'd probably be top 5 because of talent. Cuz, what up, man? Good vibes. Saturday vibes. About to get off of here. Get something to eat. Straighten up the house. Vibes. Cat Lee, what up? What up? Happy Saturday to you too. Appreciate you pulling up. Yeah, we'll see what happens with the 4 touchdowns. We'll see. We'll see. Are you surprised to see the huge spread in the Illinois-Penn State game? No. I saw that, first of all, James. Well, yes. But I told you guys, when I see spreads like that, it's like that for a reason generally. So I like Penn State. I think Penn State about to beat them by like 30. That's what that spread's telling me. James Franklin is really good as a favorite. And there was a stat that I saw that basically said when it's like two top 25 teams, and I think these teams are actually closer to. I don't even look at rankings. Once I started gambling, I noticed like none of that shit really matters. I think it matters at times, but for the most part, none of that shit matters. Let me see. But I do want to see the rankings for this game. Like for Kentucky, that shit could matter because they're going against the 6th team in the nation. Louisville and Notre Dame, that could matter for their resume because it's the 15th team, you know. But for the most part, nah. Let me see. That game is at 7:30. All right, yeah. So 9-19. I thought so. I don't know why I thought Penn State was like top 5 ranked. So you basically got two teams that are like two top 20 teams, no elite team. And it's very rare that there's a spread this large in that case. And it's going up, by the way. It opened at 17. I think it's up. It opened at 17 and a half. It's up to 18. But yeah, long story short, like generally when this spread is like this, when the spread is like this for a game that's ranked this close, generally the underdog doesn't cover. So generally they're telling you like if it's a team, the 8th team in the country versus the 15th team in the country, and the spread is 17, you already know most lay bettors gonna be like, oh, these teams are way closer to 18 points. Like that's me when I first got into gambling. That's me at 17, 18, 19, 20. Like, oh God, come on, they gotta keep this close. Come on, something. That's too many points. Penn State probably gonna beat the living life out of these guys, We'll see though. Dream, I got you in UFC, bro. First fight, Oki to win in over 1.5 rounds, plus 150. Appreciate it, Bitsy. Don't pull it up. Oregon football been disappointing. I'm an Oregon fan, but I think we about to turn up. Hopefully, they've been I don't think they lost yet, so still got a shot. He's got Cal Vacani, Brito, Imavov, Benoit. Nice lay at plus 309. Let's cash it. Okay. UFC action. Lamar like Virginia Tech 14. Well, that already cashed. Yeah, that fed families last night. And then that was smart that you doubled on Miami. I chose not to, and I'm happy I did. Josh Allen 2 touchdowns plus 1,000. I'm on that. He gonna run into that. Yeah, I thought I was very surprised. I'm a fan of that. All right, gang. Gave you guys a whole bunch, except for WNBA. Tomorrow's show, I will most likely have a homie on the show. Most likely, and we will see what happens. I'll have the homie on the show most likely tomorrow. And it will be talking WNBA as well. That'll be most of the show since I gave you guys a lot of NFL. I'll maybe have a player or two for NFL, but I'll let my guests mostly talk. I also hit Flo and see if you want to come on the show as well tomorrow. All right. As always, greatly appreciate y'all rocking with me. Like the video, share the video, comment on the video. Let me know what you are on. Sub to the Cap Collective Discord. The link is in the bio of my Twitter page and the description. In the description of this video. All right. Y'all know the vibes, man. As always, let's get this cash, man. Gotta have it. So let's get it.